Chapter 9, Catch Me If You Can. I heard a scream, and then another, and then another. But of course, it was only me screaming. The snowman blocked the whole doorway. It was impossible to escape. Desmond yelled, "Let's wake up Carter and stop him from dreaming." We shook Carter, but it was no use. That kid could sleep. The snowman entered the room. Creeping closer and closer, I swallowed hard. Remember, Carter doesn't want to hurt us, so the snowman won't hurt us. Then the snowman launched a snowball that hit me square in the face. Splat! Desmond cleared his throat. I thought it didn't want to hurt us. Maybe I was wrong, I said as the snowman loomed over us with his arms outstretched. Haven't you ever seen wrong before? I screamed again and waited for the snowman to grab us, but before that could happen, Desmond grabbed the sled from the Carter's wall. Get behind me, Desmond said, holding the sled in front of us like a shield. The snowman pelted the sled with snowballs. Let's get out of here, Desmond cried. We moved around the snowman, then bolted out of the room, down the stairs, and through the front door at top speed. As soon as we hit the yard, we both hopped onto the sled. We had to get away from here. Only we didn't get that far. In a flash, that snowman jumped out of Carter's bedroom window and landed right in front of us. It was quick for a pile of snow. Hold on tight, Desmond said, swerving around the frozen beast. The sled was fast, but the snowman was faster, much faster. He was so fast that it seemed to be skating on the snow. The snowman reached out to grab me, but it ended up with just a piece of my scarf. Let go, I screamed. No way was I going to give up the scarf my mom made me. So I tugged it back and almost fell off the sled. Desmond held me as we picked up speed. Where are you going? I asked Desmond, wiping the snow from my eyes. We need to find Cindy Lee. He said, I have a plan. Desmond Cole always had a plan. We flew into the park, weaving in and out of the trees. Desmond and I looked back and saw that the snowman was still chasing us. What's the plan? I asked as we hit a hill and slid down it. Remember when Carter said he always wanted to win a snowball fight against Cindy Lee? Well, I bet if the snowman sees Cindy Lee, it will stop chasing us and fight with her. That was a great idea with only one problem. We didn't find Cindy Lee. Cindy Lee found us, which meant we were stuck between a snowball bully and a sleepwalking snowman again. Thwack! Ow, I screamed as Cindy Lee bombarded us with snowballs. That girl had some kind of aim. Luckily, Desmond's plan worked. Oh, I'll show you that picture. When the sleepwalking snowman saw Cindy Lee, it froze. What came next was the most epic snowball fight in history. It was so awesome that Desmond and I stopped sledding so we could watch. At first, the snowman had the upper hand. But when Cindy Lee came roaring back, as the snowballs hurled across the park, Desmond whispered to me, Andres, give me your boots. Are you really going to make fun of my boots at a time like this? I snapped. No way, Desmond said. We need your boots now more than ever. Please? I sighed. Then I took off my boots and handed them over to him. My dry, warm toes were now super cold and wet. This new idea had better be a good one. Desmond snuck over behind the snowman. There was no way the creature was going to notice him. It was too busy flinging snowballs at Cindy Lee. Then Desmond set my boots on the ground. Sneaking up behind the snowman with the boots. As the snowman dodged the snowballs, it stepped into my boots. And it must have been like stepping into the sun. That snowman started to sweat like crazy. Then I realized that it wasn't sweating, it was melting. It didn't take long before the snowman was nothing more than a large puddle. Cindy Lee stopped throwing snowballs as I ran over to get my boots. Oof, gross. They smelled like wet dog. My poor toasty boots were ruined. But the sleepwalking snowman case was solved.